and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Europa Universalis 4 in our chill Ottoman game, where we're continuing to sort of globetrot around the world, ending the continued independence of other nations, and soon we might actually have world conquest, but probably not in this part. I think we're going for one last diplo vassalization. Maybe two. We'll see how it changes the distance penalty on the next subject over once we get this guy. And the next potential subject over once we get this guy integrated. Rise of the Zulu. Okay, well, we're at war. Because the Zulu rose. The Zulu are going to promptly end up in not rose, but, you know. And while we're doing that, we'll still continue to do our diplomacy with the Tonga. Because it's a independence war, we are the defender technically, so our people are still willing to come around and join us. This is totally not a war and aggression, guys. Here goes the Zulu army. Now we just need to siege down their capital. No, we can go ahead and embrace industrialization. So come January, we'll have no extra cost for picking these up. Hopefully we'll have the stuff we need to afford them. Might intentionally not go to war so we can save the power points to do that. Nope. And there go the Zulu. Oh, of course their independence decored those states. I suppose I could have let them retain some independence and left them as a islet. But that would require more bunny clits, I think. Send in the cavalry. Except we're not really using that much cavalry these days. Okay, continue to wait for them to get up to 190. They should get up to 190 just from my improved relations at this point. You know, we're so close to these guys, I'm going to take the risk that they're not going to come around, and we're going to still try and improve relations with them. Oh, I suppose we've got diplomatic relations down, which effectively increases our range when that goes away, so we got a whole range buff when these guys finish scoring. I am going to wait till January and save the 60 admin power. Or 60 double power here. Doesn't make a big difference, but it does make a difference. Samoa. Well, the cores haven't completed yet, have they? No. We'll see what number we're at when the cores are done. We also have a Spy Master, so if we get a Statesman, it will increase the range at which we can vassalize. The reputation updates at the end of the month. Or did not update. Interesting. Take this diplomat back. To be fair, 22 relations is not going to be enough to save them if they are not willing to accept vassalization. So I haven't overcommitted with the vassalization attempt yet. Okay, offer vassalization. We gotta promote them to Islet to get the distance bonus. And then we can look at whether or not their neighbors are plausible. Oh, it is a good time to grab you. We really do want defense in depth before we start the next war. At this point. Doubly so because we know someone in the world has this, and there's not many someones left that we're not going to fight. So, someone has it, so we want to not be behind the person we're going to fight, ideally. Islet. Now when we're looking here... Okay, so that's close enough that we can do that with a royal marriage. Royal marriage adds another plus 10. So we'll get above the 124. So we can get these guys to be subjects as well. And then, yeah, the four Hawaiian islands will have to be... At least one of them will have to be military troops. And to be fair, we're probably not good enough at keeping it on the down low for the other ones to be willing to come around from a diplo-vassalized standpoint. After delivering the boot to one of the other ones in the area. So it'll probably be a war after war after war. It should be a quick war after war after war, but... Safeguarding the line of succession. Yeah, we're gonna take the double stability hit. We've got the admin for that, so that's not a problem. 12 admin to go up 1 stability? Oh, no, we're gonna hold on because we want the military tech. Get the diplomat back, offer the alliance. There's a small chance they'll turn around and request the royal marriage of their own volition. So we'll come around and do the other sets of stuff first. There we go. We need to wait until the 25th. Offer military access. Are we almost there? To be fair, it's 469 until the end of the year. End of the year we'll drop another 60. We don't need to be as much of a rush as I'm thinking of. Okay, let's see if we get 190. Not the end of next month because we're Well, no, we can probably let full 2 months tick, I think. 2 month tick should be against 190. Or 1. 1 will do it. So now we're just waiting for that. And then we can promote them to an islet on the 8th of October. Not that we need to promote them to an islet on the 8th of October, but we can. And then we don't need to improve relations with them anymore, so take the diplomat back. Okay, so people we can declare war on. We've got the 4 Hawaiians we could invade. We could try to invade the colonials, but we're kind of waiting for the colonial armies to form up. And in Europe, the only people we don't have... What? How did you get into war with Great Britain? Great Britain's at war with Chile. Okay. We'll see what Great Britain does there. Yeah, we'll see what Great Britain does there. In the meanwhile, it probably does make sense. Let's have the combat fleet pick up some armies. I just have some pretender rebels running around. This is how large the Empire is, that we can have literal rebels running about, and the head of state just doesn't care. Doesn't care. It's just not a serious threat. Anyway, so these guys will go pick up people. How goes the repair of the main war fleet? Almost done. I'm thinking we're gonna go invade the Hawaiian Islands. As meme-worthy as it might be to let the Hawaiians get into the top 8, I don't think we're gonna do that. Because yeah, I think we're down to 12 nations. Twelve independent nations. Okay, so you want to go to the closest port to the Hawaiian Islands, which is probably Wake Island. So we'll ship you off to Wake. We'll send the other ones off to like Baja California or something, and then we'll do, once they've reinforced there, we'll do the more aggressive landing component. Okay, take the military tech. Grand Battery. Impulse warfare is going to be real nice. Military tactics, Eastern New Model infantry, some land morale, flanking range. Shame that's 115 years from now. Because we're at the point where we can go back to diplomat annexing places. You can't be annexed, you can. $219 we can definitely handle. $242, okay. Should be able to handle both of those at the same time. Be a little bit close. Oh, and you have no allies. Okay, well then you're on the poking list. Peru and France. So we'll probably do... Well, actually, no, because we're going to co-belligerent them. We'll see. To be fair, I'm not super scared of France anymore. We've broken their garrisons enough that at this point they probably don't really have an army. To be fair, the same could probably be said about the guys who are about to declare war as well, but... Yeah, we get our diplomat back in 15, so we can start the war to end the Palatinate. Which I suppose, depending on how the war to end the Palatinate goes, may elevate one of the Hawaiian Islands to the Great Power list. Are you ready? You got 6 more heavy warships to go. Should be pretty close if it's only 6 left. Disregarding the fact that the Pope is not Ottoman green. The Pope should be Ottoman green if the Pope could be Ottoman green. So I suppose the question here is, do I vassalize them or annex them? I think the answer is annex them. We got the admin power right now. I don't necessarily need to be vassal collecting. We did vassalize Austria specifically because we were already almost at 100% overextension. Okay. And go a day. Well, go a month and we'll see the Palatinate fall off the list. They don't exist anymore. And yes, one of the Hawaiian Islands makes the list. Which is a good sign that the Hawaiian Islands are what's left out of the major powers that we can see. Anyway, the Hawaiian Islands. Well, I suppose we might be able to conquer one of the Hawaiian Islands and then diplo-vassalize the other ones. Probably not going to do that. If we've already got an army in the area, it's just going to be a quick walk through the whole island chain. Because I think our army showing up in the area is going to be the largest army the region has ever seen, and probably will ever see in this game. This game. Because I don't think we're ever going to send troops out that large again to the area. But yeah, I think we're going to go and just bump off all 4 the Hawaiian Islands next. And then we'll be on the last 7, I think, at that point. So I think we're going to wait for the year to roll over. So we got these guys pretty much full. So as we build a supply dump and get more back. And then yeah, we'll declare war on one of the Hawaiians. One of the Hawaiian combos. Inside, outside. I think we're gonna go outside. So right now they paired up the 2 inside ones and the 2 outside ones. So we'll do one of the outside ones. And then we'll do the 2 inside ones. 2 wars. I suppose it makes sense to probably bring some generals. We'll take what we can. Not taking for someplace else. And let's declare war on... Well, actually, you made it to the Great Power list, so I'm going to declare war on you. Go obliterate your ally. Our Great War Fleet sails into the archipelago, and we're just going to dump our combat troops off. Oh, that's Midway. So Chile's got Midway, we've got Wake. So we probably could double vassalize them if we had taken Midway off of Chile. But that is not in the cards today. When you get off there, other one get off there, and disembark on your objectives. Anyway, we are still waiting for our units to form up in the colonies. Some of them are getting real close to being fully formed up. Colony self-sustaining. Since I'm gonna have to colonize the other one. And we can get there as well. Okay. Well, I suppose that we now control this. No, we need to integrate Nuke first. So we can rein them in, so we can integrate them in a bit. Let's get the interior area there. I think technically for world conquest we don't need to necessarily colonize everywhere, but not 100% sure. I think specifically it is control every colonized province, not necessarily colonize all the places. No, we don't want to make peace with you until we control both islands. Siege of Hawaii. This will cause a coalition to form against you. It's like, yeah, no, it isn't going to. Or this could. It's not going to, but it could. So we can wait a month and see who takes over the title and declare on them. The answer is Oahu. So Oahu, you're the next target. Sending the fleet to the bottom. And on the targets to siege. There we go. We'll let the month take over and we'll see if anyone even takes slot number 8. I think we're down to 6 other nations that are independent at this point. But looking to see who takes over the 8th slot is a good way to see definitively. Oh, Ottawa. Forgot about Ottawa. We got the United States-Ottawa alliance. To give you an idea of how small the alliance cycles are at this point, that number 2 and number 8 are on the same alliance. I think I can diplomatize them. Yes, there's a great power so weak, I think I can diplomatize them. Yeah, if we complete offensive ideas, we'll definitely be able to diplomatize them. We might even be able to do it without it, because I think replace this spymaster with statesman. I think we'll have enough. Yeah, let's begin the process of asking pretty please. Oh no, they've converted to Christians. It's gonna be a little bit harder, though. A little harder might, again, because we can do the... Oh yeah, I think we might still be able to do it. We'll see. We get 81. Would take that one. We might take that one. See who spawns in to fill the void we're getting from completing all the guys we don't want. Where is this really big one? Out in the middle of nowhere. That's fair. Version successful. Oh, they're a great power, so we can't influence nation. That's gonna make that a lot harder to bring them about, I suppose. So I'm going to overcome... I basically got to get 200. Right, so 100 from Improve, 50 from Alliance. That's 150. Access guaranteed, 170. Send gift, 195. And then we give them subsidies? Okay. That's not gonna work. Saw an opportunity of like, I wonder if I can sell them a province. Because that would help with the distance. But, the wrong culture, wrong religion. They're not going for it. They're not going for it at all. Yeah, so we can get everything cored. 12 statesmen. I think we can just barely get there. We may need to get all the military tech, so I can grab another one of the Diplo reputation idea or policies. So that would be Diplo rotation plus 1. Oh, we might we'll swing in and grab that one. Diplo reputation, Diplo reputation. We're not actively Diplo annexing, guys, so let's turn that one off. Grab another Diplo reputation. In the admin group, grab... No. There's a diplomat over there, but that's not quite the same thing. Okay, we're gonna trust up to full. So we're 4 short. Yeah, that's probably something that's plausible to do. Thinking with the swap from the Spy Master to the Statesman. Okay, temporarily take the inferior Statesman. Oh, it's only plus 1 teleportation. Yeah, we might need that that military tech, or that military policy. I suppose, is there any here that I can swap to that are going to give me a reputation? relations, not what we're looking for. That's the one that gives popular position there. Already have it. We might swap to Machiavellian Reign when it's just the United States left, because we're going to want to do multiple wars back to back. We got everything we can. Okay. Meantime, I'm not going to grab the next admin idea right now, so we're going to head and do some admin development. So that might also help a little bit with them. No, apparently not yet. Yeah, suppose otherwise. Oh, we're still coring, so we're gonna get a little bit more from the cores. No, that's actually the last of the cores. Oh, okay. Now we just need to get them to 190, which should just be a couple months. Enhance reputation. Even more. There we go. And all this time, we're just sort of procrastinating, waiting for these units to form up, and it looks like at this point they are formed up. So we are probably ready for, in the next part, looking at the time, to start the colonial war. I think the United States will be the only one not involved in the colonial war in the colonies. And yes, we're now down to 6 independent powers to stand against the might of the Ottoman Empire. And I suspect in the next part, that might go from 6 to 4. We'll see. Chile's saying they're 122%. I'm not sure if that's accounting for things we have that reduce cost. So we might be able to take everything. And they're below 100%. So, next part we'll probably see the end of at least one of these guys. It may not see the end of both. Might be a little bit RNG in one of them. But if it sees the end of one of them and the other one's got something left, we'll probably declare the war on the one that doesn't bring in France. And then when the treaty with France ends, then we'll drag the other one in again. That one's 4 years off, yeah. So I hope you've all been enjoying. I'll give you a moment to look at the outstanding states in Europe. So we've got the Teutonic Order, France, Great Britain in Europe to deal with. And then in the New World, we got in South America, Peru, Chile, and then North America, the United States. The way it's shaping up, the United States is going to be the boss at the end of the game. Because I think in the next part we're going to declare war on Peru and sort of Chile at the same time. Actually, I suppose we're going to co-belligerent Chile, which will bring in France. Which, I suppose that's fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Great Britain has no allies, and Teutonic Order has no... We'll work out what we're doing next time. But yeah, we're gonna probably just slowly bump off everyone who's not the United States, and then when we're down to the United States, everyone will just line up in Mexico, California, Oregon area, and then there'll be multiple great wars back to back to back to bring down the United States. Admin cost for us is pretty low, so I may just treaty break them to finish them off if they're the only one left. But yeah, so we'll see. I suspect we'll probably like get rid of one country a war or one country apart. So there'll probably be like 6, 7, maybe 8 parts left. So there's probably like 2 streams left. But yeah, we're getting a lot closer to finishing it off. We'll see how quickly these countries capitulate when we actually start fighting them for proper. So if you're watching on YouTube, I suspect there will be a part up for you tomorrow. I've swapped over to a 4-day 4-stream cycle. So this is the 4th part in the stream for today. Tomorrow will be the Long Dark. Factorio has finished, so it won't have tomorrow. It'll be the Long Dark tomorrow. The day after that will be Shadow Empire. We'll see if we finish up Shadow Empire in that game. 4 parts might actually be a little short for Shadow Empire to finish. Trying to be a little bit less hubristic, because that game's been taking longer. I was thinking it's going to take. After that, the day after that will be Field of Glory's Empire. We got a grinding war with Macedonia. I think when the war with Macedonia finishes, that game will end. But that might not be that stream. It might be a long enough war that it'll take more than a stream. And then the day after that, we'll be back to this in 4 days. So if you're watching on YouTube, I should be recorded far enough ahead that means you have a part going up tomorrow. Don't necessarily know in my head right now whether or not that means I'm recording last night for you, if you're watching on YouTube, or recording this night. Depends on when you're watching, and where the recordings are. I suppose you can look at the playlist. If the playlist... No, that wouldn't make... well, I suppose you could look at the playlist. If there's 4 parts up in the playlist, then it was last night. No, never mind. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow. Not guaranteed that. Something could come up and I could get delayed or something, or go on hiatus, delaying the recordings. If you're watching on Twitch, assuming no delays in the schedule, just as sort of brought up with YouTube, there should be... This next stream of this should be in 4 days. And I just went over the stream schedule. Should update the stream calendar as soon as we're done here. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and good time. Catch you all in the next part or the next stream. Bye for now.